Welcome to the top. The Top Podcast is rated 5 stars on iTunes by The Top Podcast. No figure. The Top Podcast says on iTunes, "Hey, we love the show. Thanks, Top Podcast." Yeah. It also says, "Please never make an episode again. That was a joke."
Wait, does it say O2?
No, I 303. Is that a problem? Should we delete that?
Yes.
Okay, we'll get Troy to do that right away. Troy, yeah, okay, we are rolling. I am your co-host, Aiden, and our other co-host is Michael. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Michael. As you know, I'm just a goat, truly naturally
I'm
born.
a goat. Yeah.
Yeah. We started this podcast in the first place because
Yeah.
we were bored in the summer.
We were
beginning
very
of COVID.
bored. Yeah.
We were thinking of a good idea
Yeah.
for what to do over the summer,
Mhm.
and we decided podcast is the move.
Yeah.
And look at us now.
We're here.
We actually got the
We're
first
here.
podcast going.
I'm in massive debt.
Yep.
And we're good. Yeah, we're good. No, so yeah, let's this is our first episode. It's been, months in the making. I think,
yes.
like months in the making.
Months in the
We're-
making.
And just explain ourselves. We're young men on the rise with a podcast, and we're here to take
Take the
gold.
top.
Take the top.
Taking
So,
the top.
We've been hibernating, right? 1979 was our last episode.
Yeah, quite a bit of hibernation going on there. Had to do with climate change, I believe.
Yeah, I think
some
with
other
overall
factors. COVID really awoke, really got us up on our feet again. It just seemed like the world was in dire need of a podcast.
yeah. So what
we
were
got
you
that-
doing during your 41-year hibernation?
Well, hibernation. I was sleeping.
You're sleeping?
Duh.
Well,
Yeah.
I woke up at like 10 years early, and
Oh.
I've been kind of just walking in circles.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about ourselves, I guess. Mike, what are you into? What's
Well,
what's your
First
thing?
off,
What's your thing?
I like MMA a lot.
MMA?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do like
Do you have a
taekwondo,
favorite-
jiu-jitsu.
Do you have a favorite?
Wrestling's probably the one
yeah.
I've done the most
Yeah.
of. Yeah, I do like wrestling.
Mhm.
It's fun. Sadly, my injuries are preventing me right now, but I should
Old
be
man
good to go
Mike.
soon.
Old man Mike. Yeah.
Yeah, I do love martial arts.
Yeah. So
Uh,
what do you have a favorite athlete from martial arts and from MMA and stuff like that? I know a lot of people that are into that have like a couple favorite fighters. Do you have any in particular you
I
really
like
like?
Sean O'Malley's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Even though he's got rainbow hair, it's interesting.
Gang,
He's just
gang.
a really good
Yeah.
fighter.
Yeah. Gotta respect the fight.
I do like him. Stephen Thompson's probably my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen Wonderboy Thompson.
Yeah.
He's like a taekwondo guy. He has like a unique fighting style.
Mhm.
I really admire.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then Covington, Colby
Mhm.
Covington.
Yeah.
I just like he's got like kind of a dirty mouth.
Yeah.
And,
You always
I,
gotta.
I like that
respect
guy. He's pretty cool. He's also a wrestler, so he's
Yeah.
like up there too. So he's doing pretty well.
Yeah. So you have had prior experience with all this stuff. You were in wrestling for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no experience with MMA, anything like
No.
that. Never done.
What are you into,
never
Aiden?
done- What am I into?
Yeah.
Oh no. This podcast. That's it.
This podcast, this is your
1979,
thing.
41 years. This is now my thing. I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna be an entrepreneur on Instagram, all the things. Speaking of Instagram, no, that's a transition right there, Michael.
Damn.
Michael, that's a
You got
transition right there. Speaking of Instagram, we are on all socials. We're on at the Top Podcast, top_podcast on Instagram. No caps.
Yep.
No caps. We're on other things too. We
We
have a
got
Patreon,
Patreon.
everything. So if you
Yeah.
wanna support us, come to our Patreon.
We're also on our main sources are YouTube,
Yep.
Patreon,
iTunes.
iTunes,
Everything.
Spotify,
Pretty
and
much
Instagram.
our
Those
top
are where
three-
you'll find us.
Yeah, our
100%.
top three is like Spotify, which is I think is like right now the king of all like podcasting platforms. That's where like mostly audio stuff is. Spotify, music stuff, iTunes, and YouTube as well. We're all here. We're gonna try and get our channel to a, couple hundred, maybe 1,000 subs or something. couple months maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll see.
and people are saying we're right now competing with some of the top guys like
So
what
who
are
are
they?
the
What's his
top?
name?
Who is it?
PewDiePie.
PewDiePie.
The main one we're really competing against is
PewDiePie.
John Rogan.
John, is it John? I think. Well, first
Joel.
let's go. Let's step
Joel,
back.
John?
Let's step back.
I don't know.
PewDiePie. So he's our main competition, of course. He, the man himself, has over 100 million subscribers on
Yeah.
YouTube, and we're a mere maybe like 100 less from
Yeah.
that. We're at 99 million. You know, right?
No.
They just haven't given us back the channel. You know.
Yeah.
Drink it once, ruin the podcast, for all you audio listeners there that won't be able to see us on camera. Me and Michael just put the drink at the same time to have as much
I
dead
won't
air
get to edit that one out.
much dead air as possible. So
Yeah,
that was
that's
fantastic. Yeah.
Cut.
Cut. Troy, unplug that. Okay, never mind. He's gone. Yeah. So basically, I'm in the games. I like games a lot. I've been grinding some games, and one game I grinded a lot today. I just got plat, which pretty. I'm hoping to get mythic top 1200 in the world.
What game is this?
It's kind of a card kind of game.
Oh,
It's kind of
okay.
like Hearthstone, stuff
Hearthstone.
like that. It's kind of similar, yeah.
Alright.
So
I heard you're playing Fall Guys. So
yeah,
tell us about this
okay,
game a
so
bit, because this is interesting.
This game, we have to talk about this game, Mike. We've played.
Yeah.
We've played. I've experienced it. I'm pretty good actually.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah. Wink right there. No, I'm pretty good at it. I'm not gonna lie. Every couple games, I usually get a win. I just bought a couple outfits for like 5 crowns each. I'm feeling, pretty good.
Wow.
Feeling pretty good.
I've only gotten one win in that game.
Yeah,
I think it's like the hardest
It's a
battle
pretty
royale.
hard
It's
battle royale. It's not the thing that's
I
hard
guess
about
it's not
it.
the hardest.
The
I
thing
mean,
that's for me, well, okay, let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
So Fall Guys is kind of a mix between, like I guess the Wipeout Show is a good example.
Yeah.
Super Mario Party, where it's a bunch of mini games. So it's kind of like you're in a 60-person lobby of 60 people online, and you play a bunch of mini games, and at the end of the round, the worst people get eliminated, stuff like that. Excuse me. Stuff like that. So I'm pretty good. It's all about like platforming and stuff. I think this year we needed a game like this because I feel like this year it's been shooter after shooter after shooter, which they aren't bad games. It's just we've got them for like a couple years. It's been shooter after shooter after shooter, and I like the change of pace, and it's really fun.
Yeah, I played it. I think it's pretty fun. Personally, I like to play it with friends. I'm not a big loner guy in that kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a pretty fun game.
I've been on the slowdown. I think there's other games I kind of want to get better at. Before I get back on the Fall Guys grind. But season 2 is gonna come out sooner or later, so I'll probably get back on that. But besides Fall Guys, what other things have we been doing? What have you been doing?
Personally, I watched this new show called Cobra Kai.
Okay.
Many of you probably
So
heard of
this
it. It's on Netflix
Yeah,
right now.
so it was on YouTube for a while. I think YouTube Red, it's one of its many premium services, which is very confusing. It's
Yeah.
not like Netflix where or like, I guess a good example is like, I don't know, like some like, premium service where you pay money and then you get better stuff. No, they have like premium music, YouTube Red, all these weird things. And on YouTube Red, which is kind of like their own streaming service, like they have own shows with like creators and stuff. They had Cobra Kai, and now it's on Netflix, and I think it's going to be really big. I checked the other day, number 1 in North America, number 1. It's been there for a couple days too.
Yeah.
A couple days. So you do want to explain the gist?
Yeah,
The
I'll
gist of the
explain
show?
it. I mean, I've watched the whole show. I'm not going to try to give any spoilers, but pretty much the show is about, it's like a sequel to the original Karate Kid movie, right? And, except the guys kind of switch places now. So, the LaRusso guy, he owns this whole, like, car dealership, so he's, like, at the top, and he's really wealthy.
Really successful.
And then the Cobra Kai guy, he's like a poor drunk. He
Dirtbag.
like gets wasted every night, and then one day he's like a depressed guy, and one day he decides to open up Cobra Kai after seeing this kid get beat up, and then he decides to teach him martial arts, buy a dojo,
Yeah.
and keep going.
Yeah.
And LaRusso finds out
Yeah.
He does not like Cobra Kai at all.
Yeah.
He got bullied the crap out of in
Yeah.
the first movie.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, they make the Cobra Kai guy seem like LaRusso was the bully.
Yeah.
Which I find pretty interesting. And
kind of a change of pace.
yeah,
kind of
and
thing. Yeah.
they kind of have this rivalry, and it kind of gets out of hand with two little armies of kids kind of
Yeah.
fighting each other.
In the streets.
Yeah, and in school.
In the street. The whole thing.
And then there's like, it's like a whole thing.
Gang war.
Yeah, it's
Kid
like a
gang
little
war.
kid gang war.
Yeah,
in a
middle
way.
school gang war.
And I just really like the one thing I like about the show is like, I mean, they're really upfront about things in the show, about how they like to do things. So
Yeah.
it's very. I
That's
just
cool.
like how the show's run.
Yeah. No, it seems like a very good time. Very good watch.
Yeah.
You know, as
It's
you
like
know,
2 seasons right now. I
2
believe.
seasons. Do you think have they announced a third?
There's going to be a third.
There's gonna be a
After
third. It's one
seeing
of
the
those
second
shows.
season, there's definitely
It's
going
one
to
of
be a
those shows.
third. They're going to try to pull it on for a while.
Yeah, I reckon. It seems pretty good though. So I've liked. I watched only like 5 minutes of it.
Yeah. It's
Started it, the other day, but you know, I don't know. It seems from what I can tell from trailers and stuff like that, and from what you've been saying and other people are saying online, seems good.
No, it's pretty good.
Seems good. What other shows have we been watching? I've been on the Game of Thrones grind
Yeah, of
after
course.
a couple years.
Favorite character? Favorite house?
Let's get into it. After a couple years of kind of putting it off and finally, getting access to HBO Max, which is actually a pretty good streaming platform, but it's, like $15 a month, which, is a lot. But finally getting access to it, it's really good. It's really good. I think I'm halfway through. I just got to the 4th season. I used to be watching 3 to 5 episodes a day, and now I only watch usually maybe not like maybe 1 or 2, maybe not even an episode a day. I'm trying to stretch it out basically, because I know the good's gonna come to an end, probably around season 7, and I kind of don't really want to get there, so I'm kind of stretching it out.
Even though season 7
Yeah.
and 8 are really bad,
Mhm.
season 7's got some good stuff in it.
I
Season
think-
8, no.
Yeah,
that's a train
well,
wreck.
I think
But season 7 sets up for failure.
Yeah, I
is
think
what I
season
say.
7 and 8 are kind of like, from what I've heard, I haven't seen it yet, are carried by like key moments. You know what I mean? Like you're looking for those key moments where like a cool scene happens or something.
It's
like
it's a really pop culture kind of ending
Oh,
to
yeah.
a lore heavy TV show.
Yeah.
That's why it turned out so bad, I think. The
Also,
directors
the-
just wanted to get it over
Yeah,
with.
they were leaving for Star Wars, which also didn't end up great.
Yeah. We'll see how those
And we
directors'
can
careers
we can
go.
talk about Star Wars later. I actually have some things I want to talk about, but yeah. So definitely right now favorite house Lannister by far.
Same.
I think the best characters in the show are the Lannisters. I think
100% agree.
like, hands down, at least in the
The,
show.
the 4 primary ones,
Yeah.
100% the
Jamie,
Lannisters.
Cersei, Tywin, and Tyrion. They're like they're all like probably top 5 characters in the show right now.
True.
And I don't know. I really not Tywin. Tyrion's my favorite character.
Tyrion.
And I've
Mine's
heard
Jamie.
I've heard he's really cool in the books. I love Jamie as well. He's a really cool
Yeah.
character. I don't know. I think they're all really well made. I think they're all really well made characters. Not saying that like Jon Snow isn't good, right? They're all really good characters.
Doesn't have anything
He
surprising
just
about
doesn't
him.
have anything that really draws me to him.
Yeah, he doesn't
You know
have
what I
like
mean?
a big like pop. Same with like Arya Stark.
Hmm.
She doesn't have any like big whoa, that's game changing.
I'm like
things
4
about
seasons
her.
in, and I still don't think Arya is like I don't know. A lot of people. I think it was you told me this. She was the most voted popular character in the show.
Yeah, she is.
She doesn't. She's she's cool. She has some moments that are pretty cool, but
It's because she does a lot in the show.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's like a for people that don't really watch TV
Yeah.
a whole lot or not lore heavy people. It's like
Yeah.
a little adventure, and she does a lot of
Yeah.
the stuff in the show. And she gets. I think she has like Game of Thrones realized this in season 4. So season 5, 6, 7, 8. She has a ton of screen time after
Yeah.
that because
Yeah.
they realized that, especially season 5, they realized she is
yeah.
the most popular.
Just
character.
got to season 4. Not gonna spoil anything because it's like literally
Yeah, that's
probably
when
one of the best. Like
4, 5, 6 best seasons.
one of the best I think clips in all of history, all of TV history happened like 2 episodes ago, And I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna say.
What
what
episode
it
are you
was.
on? Are you at
Just
the
one.
end or the
I just
first
got the
one?
first episode of season 4.
Oh, you're talking about the end of season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so
definitely the
good. So
yeah,
good.
the Red
Really
Wedding.
good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely the most
Yeah.
famous scene in Game
One
of
of the
Thrones.
most famous scenes of the show.
Probably in the world.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Very, very popular.
Definitely
show.
in TV show history.
It was, I think, tracking over 1 million viewers for the start of season 8, which
Yep, and it's very,
really, that's like really big numbers. Really big numbers for any TV show. Any TV show. Tracking really good. It's been a really good time. I'm gonna read the books. They're on my list of stuff. Which fun fact about me. Fun fact about little old Adover. I've been making a list of a bunch of stuff like games I want to play, stuff I want to do, and on my book list is the Game of Thrones series. And I heard book 6 of 7 is coming out this year. So pretty
Nice,
excited for
yeah.
that. But he might die before he finishes the 7th book.
I heard he only told one person in the world about what's gonna happen.
Ah, dude.
And that
I
guy's
love that.
dude, I think now I don't want to make anyone offended here,
Yeah.
but if he did die,
Yeah.
it would be one of the coolest stories ever.
It would
right?
be
because
like
he died writing this book. You understand, boy? Someone had to take his place, and that was me.
That was me. Your
Like,
great granddad.
That would be
took
pretty
the
dope,
book.
I think.
That would be that would break the internet. I think literally like passing down the knowledge of who dies in the book, because the show had to finish up before the books were written, and I think probably the best season of the show is based off the books, because the books are really good, of what I've heard. So
Yeah.
all right, sorry, I can't talk. Yeah, I'm on a podcast. I have no vocabulary. I'm pretty much 5 at this point. Been running in circles too many brain cells. You know what I mean? But
I know what you'll be saying.
Yeah, I know what you'll be saying. Foo. Yeah, straying away from Game of Thrones, another really good show. So you've gone on a trip recently. You've gone around 12 days, 10 to 12 days, something around there, to the Grand Canyon.
Yes,
the
Grand Canyon.
The great place of America.
Let me tell you about it.
Let's hear about
first
it.
day, we go there. I've never seen it. I
Yeah.
look down. I'm like, damn, that thing's freaking endless.
Yeah.
It's like crazy. I feel like I was looking at a Lord of the Rings scene. That's how like big it is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then the next day, we wake up at 4 a.m.
Mhm.
My old man, he can't get up.
I
'cause
can't.
He's
I
just,
can't do that.
He's
I
just.
can't do 4. No.
He's just like he's getting old. He's
Yeah.
Trying. He's like, ooh.
Ooh.
Like I get up though, no problem. Like,
Yeah, it's go time, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Woo!
MMA fighter
And
over here.
I get ready and
Old man.
I'm ready to go. My dad's still sleeping. 30
Yeah.
minutes later, I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
we gotta go. We gotta be there.
Yeah,
soon.
we gotta skedaddle.
He gets up finally after I kind of rip off the covers
Yeah.
and turn on the fan. So he's like, ah.
He's like
uh,
classic vampire scene.
Yeah. He gets up, gets out of bed, and then we go, and then we're waiting for these 2 dudes to show up. It's taking an hour. Now,
Oh god.
if you've never been to Arizona, the weather is about 100 degrees average. It's crazy.
With
and
humidity,
right now, it's dark out. It's like
Yeah.
pure dark.
Yeah.
And it's completely dry. Like it's so dry,
Oh.
my nose is
Oh, yeah.
both my nostrils will just bleed out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's how dry it is.
I was thinking like like tropics or like
Yeah.
usually 100 degrees, but yeah, it's
No,
like,
it's different. It's
barren.
like super dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a barren wasteland.
Okay. Humidity of -1.
Now we're waiting for these guys.
Yeah.
They're taking forever, right? We're just waiting there at the trail, and we have to wait for them because of COVID-19 procedures. We can't just leave without them. And I'm just thinking, well, if there's 20 people on this trip not wearing a mask the entire time, if someone had it, we're all going to get it. So it's
Yeah.
kind of absurd. We're waiting. Anyway, we go. We're waiting. An hour later, they come. It's like dawn now. We are supposed to be down. We're supposed to be at least halfway down one of the harder parts of the
Yeah.
whole trip. Then they get there. We do these like COVID-19 things with the little
the
scanner.
test, yeah.
We go. We get. The sun shows up at around about halfway. We get there. So now it's like turning up to 80 degrees. It was
Yeah.
like 60, 70 to start. Now it's like 80. It's cooking us.
Okay.
Slowly. Once we get to the bottom, we're in the shade because we're in the Indian Garden. That was called the Angel Route before. Now we're in the Indian Garden. It's like a shaded area with a little ghost town ranch. After that, we get out of that. Then we have the hardest part of the trip.
Let's hear it.
The Devil's Corkscrew. On the way to the Devil's Corkscrew, it's like a western kind of barren wasteland with,
Yeah.
like, it looks like cowboys are just going to ride above the horizon and just rob you for no reason,
Yeehaw.
like in Red Dead.
Yeehaw.
We go through the Devil's Corkscrew. Now, it looks awesome, but my God, it cranks up the heat 15 degrees. And it's already 100 out, so it's 115.
That's crazy to me. 115
So
degrees.
you're like
Insane.
burning alive as
Yeah.
you're walking down. And I have flat feet throughout this whole trip, and the trip's really rocky and has like just stuff you're stepping on. Flat feet, it feels like a nail sticking straight up your foot every time you touch the ground.
Yeah, I
Sucks.
have my own, issues with,
Yeah.
walking and stuff like that. But that sounds awful. Flat feet.
Yeah, I don't like
because you
it.
can't really do anything about it.
Yeah,
That's just the way it is.
it's just I'm walking, just dying.
Yeah.
We go through, and after that, we get to the bottom, and we just have like about a mile or two more. Let me see this NPC looking guy. His name's Pablo. He's the leader of the trip, but we don't know that.
Here we
He's
go.
wearing a wizard hat, and it just looks like he spawned there. Like, how the hell are you down here?
Yeah.
Where'd you come
He was
from?
waiting in the cave.
And he's like, hello there. I'm like exhausted, dead. My dad's like, okay, I'm talking to a creepy man now in the Grand Canyon life. Okay, hi. And he just kind of blows him off. We walk past him, and that's the Grand Canyon trip. We find out that guy is the head of the trip.
That's great.
And both him and there's this other guy, Zeke. They're both
Zeke.
NPCs.
Zeke, that's
And
such
Pablo looks like Santa Claus in summer.
Hmm.
And then Zeke looks like a garden gnome. Like, I literally wanted to pop on a hat and he'd be like a little holly jolly garden gnome, right?
Zeke sounds like such an NPC name
Oh,
as
dude.
well. Oh
Dude,
my god,
he
that's
is.
fantastic.
Like, literally, he, just out of nowhere, while we were
Literally
doing
just
something,
appeared.
he just yelled out, "Help! I've been taken prisoner!" And I'm like,
What?
and then he goes back to what he was doing.
That's
I'm like,
so
I just
weird.
look at him like,
Did he just
Did
do
anyone
that?
just hear that?
Did he just do that?
yeah.
That's crazy. That's so weird. Yeah, some people are
and-
very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
And if Pablo and Zeke, if you're listening to the podcast, please come on and you can defend yourself. You can talk to us
They
about
probably wouldn't defend
why-
themselves. They're probably proud of it. I'm
They'd
gonna be
like,
honest.
"Help,
with you.
help." Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty funny. We get done with that. We get on the rapids. They're like, all right, you ready to do the biggest rapids of the trip? I'm like, this is the first day.
Yeah.
We do like, so they have a Grand Canyon scale, which is 0 to 10, and it's based on wavelength. So
Yeah.
0 is nothing, 10 is like
Tidal
bigger than the
wave,
boat.
Tsunamis coming in
Yes.
to destroy all of the country.
We had
Yeah.
9s and 10s, 3 of them first day.
Oh my
Crazy.
god. Insane.
Crazy. I almost fell out
Yeah.
every time. And
so, were
yeah.
you in big boats? Like
So,
sizable
the boats, so the ore boats are
Yeah.
the main ones.
Yeah.
They carry all the supplies. They're about 18 feet.
Okay, that's pretty long.
The
For
the paddle boat is about 14 feet, and like a ton. That's where most of the men go to just go paddle.
the man.
And then you got the dory, which is an interesting wooden boat.
Yeah.
And the other ones are inflatable, but it's like a wooden boat, and it rides on top of waves.
It's like a skimmer.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
And then there's the final boat are the duckies. Now, on the second day, we get on these little duckies, and every wave feels like 10 times bigger.
Yeah.
Because the decks are really tiny. They're like 9-foot kayaks.
Yeah. So these
So-
are these like inflatable?
Yeah, they're
like-
inflatable kayaks.
Yeah, so you're going on 9s and 10s.
Yep.
9s and 10s with inflatable. Just looking at the camera there.
Yeah, I was just seeing the time.
Take a shit. No, you're good. 9s and 10s with these inflatable, little ducks. Little ducks. Yeah, that's crazy. Sorry to the audio listeners that are watching. I've been yawning a lot. I don't know why. We just had school.
Dude,
I'm
I yawn
pretty
like
tired.
every
Dude,
class.
I'm-
I yawn like 12
I'm
times.
so tired. I swear.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just getting there. I'm getting there. So
Yeah,
so what about the duckies? Did you fall off?
Oh yeah, I fell off, and
Yeah.
in the middle of the rapid, so I fell off. I got back on the ducky in mid rapid, like waves are coming on me.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get
yeah,
back
yeah.
on it like a total alpha. Get the paddle, and then
Total
just go
alpha,
and just
yeah.
start going through it again.
Yeah.
My dad, however,
Not an alpha. He's a beta at best.
Mm-hmm.
Delta maybe.
Delta.
Delta maybe. Yeah.
He falls off. He loses the kayak. He gets stuck in a rock.
That's so
The
good.
paddle. He's like, "Ah,
That's
help
literally
me!"
me. That's literally me.
And the guide literally had to do like a little half-mile hike to go get the kayak back.
Just
And
imagine.
so we're all waiting like
We're just imagining
like,
Pablo like
20 minutes.
uses his
Yeah.
wizard staff to cast a spell to teleport away.
I mean, you can't blame him.
Love
He's just
Pablo.
an old man who wants to try something
Dude,
new.
this guy.
So,
NPCs for life. NPCs for life.
yeah. So yeah. Throughout the trip, now going to sleep.
Answer.
There's some pros and cons.
There's a
Now-
lot of critters, right?
Oh yeah.
You want to?
Oh yeah. I'll get into that.
Okay. Okay.
So we call them beaches.
Yeah.
Or we call them islands because it just sounds cooler than beaches.
Yeah.
And at these islands, it's all sand, right? We get on them, we roll out a tarp, no tent, and we throw out a little pad to sleep on, and then we just go to sleep.
Yeah.
And you don't even wear, like, I just sleep in my underwear, nothing.
Yeah.
Like
Like a
because
true
it's so
man.
hot out,
Like a
and
true
I
man.
literally
True alpha.
go jump in the water's like ice cold. It's really weird.
Yeah.
I jump in the water, ice cold, nothing on, and then I run, go to sleep. That's how I sleep.
Yeah.
It's so hot out in the night that
soaking frozen
soaking
water.
wet.
You're entirely blue.
like one night it's so hot out that I got my sheet. They
Yeah.
give us like a sheet. I
Yeah.
got it soaking wet and then slept in a wet blanket.
Oh my god.
So
I'm just
that's like a
imagining
pro and a con.
I'm
in
just
itself.
imagining Pablo wakes
No.
up to the sound of a small young man dipping his towels
No,
into water.
one night we had this really weird encounter.
Alright.
We went to sleep, right, on this island. It was a big sand island.
Yeah.
Then a wind picked up, and it was a literal sand. We were sleeping in a sandstorm. It
Oh
was
my
so
God.
cool. That was like the one night I was actually able to sleep because
Yeah.
I knew, oh, no bugs are coming at
Yeah,
me
no bugs
tonight.
are coming in a sandstorm. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone would really do good in that.
Every other night, though, oh my God, I would just stood up. Now, the pro to staying up
Yeah.
is the stars.
Yeah.
You could see everything. There's
just-
like the
no-
Milky Way,
yeah.
star. You can literally see like connect the dots in the stars. It's so like amazing.
There's no light pollution, right?
No
'Cause you're in
light
the middle of
pollution
nowhere.
at all.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's very cool.
Yeah.
Now the con is bugs. There are scorpions, tarantula hawks, tarantulas,
Oh my god.
ants that sting you and it leaves like worse than a mosquito bite. And then the worst of all, velvet ants. Now
And rattlesnakes too.
and rattlesnakes. Yeah,
There you go.
I went to the bathroom right next to a rattlesnake, and then I
Oh
just
my
kind of sat.
God.
Dude, it was like 2 feet away
Oh
from me,
my
just
God.
staring at me.
I
I
can't.
I just sit next to it, and then it started rattling. I'm like,
No!
oh, hurry up, hurry up.
No, dude, I literally would. I think I would genuinely die of a heart attack if I heard a rattlesnake, because you don't know where it is, right?
Oh yeah.
Because
I
like
was
it'll rattle and you'll be like, okay, you get up and it, comes
Yeah.
right at you.
Yeah. That was a really quick time though.
I would assume so. I would hope so. You don't take your time with a little rattler,
but
at your feet.
yeah, that it was pretty. And apparently, it's like the most venomous. There's like 3 types.
Yeah.
It's the most venomous type, and it was a huge one.
Oh
because
God.
so they normally grow to 1 to 2 feet. This one was 3 feet long.
That doesn't. The problem is, it doesn't sound like a lot, but that's like this big for a snake. For a
Yeah.
snake that can kill you in one bite, this big, I would terrified. Absolutely terrified.
Oh yeah. Now, after that, we go to this island called Bug Island, right?
Alright, so I see
We
where
go
this is
Bug
going.
Island.
Yeah.
It's all in the shade. It's like a jungle. Tons of rocks so the bugs can hide at day. And then, like, there's tons of shade, plants everywhere. Bug heaven.
Okay.
Now, at nights when they all come out,
Yeah.
I go to the bathroom and get my nightly preparation.
Yeah.
Right? Jumping in the river.
Dipping
and
the.
stuff. Now, as I'm going,
Yeah.
a freaking scorpion goes on my foot,
I-
right over my foot.
Mm-mm.
Just kind of
Mm-mm.
pauses there, looks at me, and then goes back. It just keeps going.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no.
oh my god. And then after I get out of the water, I'm like looking for the scorpion. It almost stung my toe. Almost. So close. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
no way.
That's insane. Because
So then I'm like, fuck
they'll
it.
actually kill you.
Then I'm like, I need to look at this thing. So
Yeah.
I get a stick, I kind of poke it around.
No,
so
you
it
didn't
starts like
actually-
stinging the stick, and then it's like,
No.
it starts running around,
No.
and then a little poor grasshopper. It's like, ah! The scorpion, it hops on top of the scorpion.
No way.
And then it hops forward on the eyes of the scorpion. The scorpion just goes like, yeah, with its pincers and just stings it. Like,
No, dude. Have
And
you
then
ever
eats it.
seen, Yeah,
It's
have
dope.
you seen a scorpion like sting? It doesn't sting once. It keeps like going in there and in there. Dude,
Yeah.
I couldn't.
It's.
I could not deal with that.
Yeah,
That's
it was.
terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, so then I go to sleep. Every night, every like 5 seconds, I'm like, ugh. Because, so you'll get like a little one goosebump sometimes, like a little twitch in your skin. You're like, okay. and it happens
Yeah.
more often because of the sand
Well,
on
yeah,
you,
obviously.
because you're covered
You
in
know,
it,
your
and it's just rolling off.
irritation and stuff.
So every time I think of that, or it happens,
Yeah.
I just think it's scorpion, scorpion.
Yeah, you think you're gonna roll over and it's
Yeah. Yeah, because these things just like stay in place.
Yeah.
They don't like to move.
Yeah.
What I do then, I'm like about to fall asleep.
Yeah.
A damn scorpion runs all the way down my leg. I was
Oh
like,
my god.
gotta be
and you were in
kidding
the
me.
tent, right?
No. I was
No.
out on side of a tarp,
Why?
and just like laying there in my
That sounds
underwear,
so
wet,
bad.
cold.
Yeah, wet
Just-
towel.
oh
on you,
god.
yeah.
And no, not even towel this time. It's just running
Just
down my
nothing.
leg.
Just goes
I'm like,
right on your leg.
and then it goes to my camp supplies and just hides there. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I have to worry about this thing sitting next to me. So I pick up the camp supplies. It's like, I get a stick. I kind of, yeah, and he runs away.
Dude, that is insane.
Dude.
How big we talking? Like this big?
So the first one was big.
Yeah, big scorpion.
The second one was smaller.
Yeah, the
Like,
small ones you have to
the
worry
small
about.
ones are the scarier ones
These
because
are
they
more
are more,
venomous. Yeah.
yep,
Yeah,
more potent.
yeah.
So that's the story. And
That's
after
crazy.
that, yeah, and then we just did some rapids. There was one called Lava.
Yeah.
We were on one of the 18-foot boats for this because,
Yeah.
we had probably the best trip there. It's just for the biggest rapid, you kind of got to give and lose some things. So we decided, all right, we lose the biggest rapid, but we win all the other rapids.
Yeah.
So we go
That's
on
worth
this
it.
rapid.
That's worth it, quantity.
Even though we were on the worst type of boat for this, it covered the boat.
That's crazy.
Like the whole, an 18-foot boat, this wave covered it. And then right after that was Son of Lava, which was a 7.
Yeah.
So it's a 10,
10
or maybe
and
a
a 7.
13 to
13 out of 10,
and then a like 7
Yeah.
right after.
A lot
which is
of
crazy.
dangerous people die on that.
Oh yeah, that one. That's especially one people.
Yeah,
die
people
on.
die. People genuinely die on those. And you went on it,
yeah.
and you're back. You're here. And next
So,
you're gonna,
yeah.
do the 24 hour. 24
Oh,
hour.
the 24-hour
24?
challenge. So
All right, so we'll get there in a
Yeah.
second. Let's talk about traveling. So I haven't traveled much, but I love going places. It's fun. Always seeing the new things, new sights, and I definitely want to go to New Zealand. And we were talking about this before the podcast. New Zealand's super cool. Animals. There's not really a lot of animals, but there's like cool ones like kiwis. I've always wanted to see a kiwi, stuff like that. But there's this thing there called the 24-hour challenge. You kind of want to explain that, Michael?
now I don't know if this is made up or not, but it might be. So something I thought of is because you can do everything in one day because it's
Yeah.
a smaller island with everything.
Yeah.
You skydive in, land on top of the mountain peak. You hike down to a skiable area, ski
Yeah.
down the mountain.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Then at the
Already
flat area,
like,
you get on dune buggies and you ride around all the way to the beach.
Yeah.
After you get to the beach, you go surfing, and then you swim with the sharks at night.
Yeah.
And after that, you go to the nice beach club and get some whiskeys and pick up some hot babes, maybe.
Some hot chicks only. Hot chicks only.
Yeah.
Hot
So
chicks only.
there you go.
Yeah.
24-hour
that,
challenge.
I've never been like the most physical kind of guy in that
Yeah.
regard. Like I'm not going to the gym every day, get my glutes, my quadrilaterals,
Yeah.
all everything. You know what I mean? But that sounds insane. I think even for like a fitness guy, jumping out of a plane, going skiing, swimming with with the sharks. Are you scared of sharks or like What do you what's up with that? That's a pretty big fear for most people. Like
I mean, I
ocean.
was thinking like, if I don't
Take a
do
chunk.
good at my job, I'm gonna make
Take
a
a
YouTube
chunk.
channel called Shark Wrestling. So I'll put it that way.
10 million subscribers one day
Yeah.
because you die on camera. You die on camera. Yeah, dude. If this keeps going, maybe we'll make another channel called Shark Wrestling, and we'll just me in an iPhone recording you.
Today we have a tiger
Record-
shark versus Michael.
Recording. Recording you just fighting a great one in the open. Have you seen? Okay, this is a really good video. So you have a couple GoPros, right? You're
Oh,
a
yeah,
GoPro guy.
filming with them right
yeah,
now.
we're filming with them right now. But have you seen the GoPro award video where the guy's
Yes.
spearfishing
Yes.
underwater
Oh my
and then
God.
he looks to his left and a massive, I mean like 10, 15 feet long, great white shark goes right past his leg, right into the darkness.
Yeah,
Dude,
I saw that.
One of my favorite internet videos of all time. Fantastic.
Yep.
Oh my god.
It is amazing.
Like,
and
that's
then,
like a
and then
one-
he was swimming up as fast as he could.
Yeah.
Shark was right under him.
Right on. Dude, I would literally One of the scariest. Okay, so I'm not scared of the ocean, right? But one of the scariest like things for me would be like you're looking down and you start to see like a shape forming, and you're like a shark, like a great white shark is just coming up to get you, dude. Scary, man. That'd be scary. But I don't know. I think ocean's cool. I like I want to go deep sea fishing stuff. On the list, on the list of stuff. Whatever. Where else would you want to travel, Michael? Where is New Zealand is definitely on the list.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
Not really into Australia as much because it's like tons of venomous.
Well, if you've already gone to
animals. Yeah.
Arizona, what's Australia with it?
Another one. Right, like Switzerland or something, like
Yeah.
something up north.
Yeah.
Go skiing there.
Yeah. Skiing's great, even in the summer. Like
oh,
it's really popular to go.
Personally, I'm not really a China guy. I don't really care for that country.
Yeah.
But one place I do want to go
Yeah.
is Siberia.
Siberia?
Like up in
Like
Russia,
Russia?
like that like
What?
So not on the eastern area,
Yeah.
like where all the or I'm at western.
Yeah. I know.
On the other side,
like
all
like
nothing,
wilderness,
just nothing.
literally nothing.
Yeah, I was
You
always
wouldn't go
thinking
there.
like maybe I just sneak off there and just build a damn cabin, just in the middle
Build
of
a cabin
nowhere.
in the middle of Siberia.
Dude,
Yikes,
be
dude.
dope.
I would go to a lot of places, I think, because I want to go to South Africa, New Zealand. I go to like Thailand, which is like kind of it seems like a pretty cool vibe. I'd go anywhere because I haven't gone out of the country yet. I was supposed to. This summer was gonna be my summer. I'm going to go to Costa Rica.
Oh wow.
I mean, I was gonna go to the Caribbean, and it was gonna be great. I was gonna go, fishing, shark diving, maybe all this stuff. No, gone. Everything's been affected by COVID, even school.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, we can talk about school for a bit.
So, especially those older audiences that aren't in school right now.
We are,
probably
yeah.
thinking, what the hell's going on? So, in school, start off the day by getting in a Zoom call, right?
Yeah.
And you're just in these Zoom calls all day.
8 hours a day,
Now,
around
with
7 hours a day. We were in Zoom calls every day.
Now, Yep.
Every day.
Now, especially our school, what we do is we do a Zoom call for 25 minutes, and then we do this thing called asynchronous time,
Yeah,
which
so
is like
it's
like a study hall.
synchronized. Yeah, it's synchronized and asynchronized time where it's like, okay, the teacher will kind of do their spiel.
Yeah.
Teacher will kind of do their spiel, whatever, do class for a period of time, and then we'll get to, I don't know, so they can go as long as they want, but usually they shoot for around 25 minutes, and then they give us the rest of the class period to work on stuff that they assigned that night. And it's really nice that they do that, but so this might be a controversial opinion. Not saying COVID isn't bad and stuff like that, but what I am saying is I kind of like it. I kind of like Zoom, like getting up every morning. It feels a lot easier than school.
It does, honestly.
And I kind of like that.
One
because
thing is
we're-
transportation.
Yeah.
Like running around like that.
Well, yeah, because
And
you spend like an hour a
One
day.
of the pros is probably
Yeah.
the environment.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think as much resources are being used.
Oh,
like,
yeah, they
especially
were-
fossil fuels.
Yeah, they were saying like Beijing and stuff. The first time in like 50, 60 years, you could see like the mountains in the distance because there's no smog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really unfortunate to see that like it takes a pandemic for us to be clean for a couple months, which I don't know. That's a big problem, but we can talk about it in a bit. But talking about school, I don't know. I kind of like it, but I think definitely some subjects are harder. Like I think math is like way harder now than it used to be.
I
'Cause,
agree. Like I'm in
you're
AP
not there.
physics.
You're not there.
And honors math. Like
Yeah.
those are definitely my two hardest classes.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
those are hard.
Yeah.
Like there's not much you can do. Yeah, it's just very independent.
Yeah.
I mean, asking teacher questions, yeah, they're really supportive, but it just doesn't work as well
You know
as
what I
being
mean?
in the class.
I kind of have to be there. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of classes that I actually prefer online.
Oh yeah, like English.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
English for me is kind of like it's not like it, I think like some creative writing is cool. I was thinking of taking a creative writing class this year, but I'm probably gonna do that next year. But yeah, I think like creative writing and stuff like that is kind of cool. But I think like analyze a book, mark all the chapters, make an essay about like all the normal English stuff. It feels like I've kind of done the same thing in English for like 10 years.
It
Right.
does. I mean,
It's
what are
like-
we even learning at this point? Like the same thing. Like I don't see a difference
Right,
yet in
yeah.
English 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, right now we're learning rhetoric, which is like
Yeah, same. I
argument,
don't understand
argumentative
this.
writing, right? Which is important, right? But for college, it's not important for like after, unless you know. Which I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of problems with school, and obviously COVID isn't helping like at all. Because like for a while they wanted us to go back, right? But now we're fully online.
Hybrid, yeah.
Probably gonna be the rest of the year.
So, especially in this state, generally the more liberal states stay to the more indoor kind of
Yeah.
procedures,
Yep.
and the red states like they're trying to open them up as fast as possible.
Saying none is
That's what I've heard
yeah.
so far.
I'm more of a guy to be like, I'm fine staying home, playing my part, whatever. That's fine, but honestly, I think that I guess I don't know. I just want people to stay safe, stay healthy, because like it's a global pandemic.
Yeah.
And we are taking the precautions as well. Where we both know we're not sick, and we know the people here as well. Troy's not sick yet, unfortunately. Unfortunately, Troy's not dead, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's going okay. It's kind of been a slow burn, and I'm kind of alright with that. Like the funny thing is I'm taking like a wilderness survival class online. So like right now we're doing like kayak stuff. We're supposed to be flipping kayaks and going underwater, but we can't go to school. So
Funniest thing is about those kayak classes is like I literally learned on the spot. Like at the Grand Canyon, I learned on the spot just how to do it right before like a huge rapid.
Yeah,
And then I got
yeah,
flipped.
yeah.
Did it in the middle of the rapid.
yeah,
You take like a month or two
It's
learning how
not
to
that-
flip a kayak
it's
at school.
some people are pretty bad at flipping kayaks, which is understandable. Being underwater, you can drown and stuff, so it's a okay fear to have, right? That's all right. But for most people, I'd say it only take like at most a week to understand how to not
I don't
drown,
even think at most
not
a week.
drown
A
to flip
week?
it.
I mean, that's like a long time.
We're talking
Like-
we're talking like okay, you flip a kayak, you do all the motions, and then you flip back over.
Do you want me to teach you how to do it real quick?
Not right.
It's
on the
it's so
podcast?
easy.
On the podcast,
So like
we're actually
you fall
doing
off
this on the podcast. We're doing it.
It flips. Grab the rope. You pull it. Flips back over, and then what you do is you kick up and just slide it right under your chest.
Yeah,
And then you fall on and
that's
just kind
crazy. That's
That's
so
it.
crazy.
That's it.
No, it's kind of dumb because like we have to learn like a bunch of methods. Not the method of getting out into a kayak, but like 5 methods. Why do I need 5 methods to get into a kayak?
Wait, there's 5 methods.
Yeah. I think they're making them up at this point. No,
this
but
method, you
I
go
love my
under the
teacher,
kayak
though.
and flip it
My
while
te-
you're in it.
My teacher is very funny. He's not really tech savvy kind of guy. He's really funny about it. He's saying he's gonna be an Instagram, a vlogger and everything. It's really funny. He's been super cool, but I don't know. I think my school experience has been pretty okay. Mostly math for me right now. Like I can do English and stuff. It's kind of just
It's
busy
AP
work.
physics for
But
me.
mostly for
that
me right
is-
now, it's just math is just kind of like
I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
for me is people don't really know like I guess about us, you know what I mean? We kind of went into detail about some stuff, but we're like technically okay, this is a really weird term to use, but we're technically content creators now. Isn't that weird? We're like, I'm a YouTuber, I have 1,000 followers, I'm so cool, right? But we like YouTubers, Twitch streamers, whatever. Who are you into? Like what's your go-to content creators, inspiration, whatever?
I mean, so I'm kind of when I'm in the video games,
Yeah.
I look how to get better at the video game.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a sweat.
Yeah. Fall Guys, competitive Fall Guys tournament. Competitive Fall Guys tournament. Yeah.
No, but I don't look at them, but I don't really watch them for entertainment. I just kind of look it up, get it done. The main people I watch though would have to be like Jocko Willink,
Yeah.
who's like a former Navy SEAL commander, and he does like his own podcast on like
cool.
MMA topics
Yeah.
and stuff. I watch him a lot. David Goggins, he's another cool one. He's like Jocko Willink, but he's like, I'd say he's more extreme, honestly. Jocko's
Right.
the more sane, like smart one.
Yeah.
David Goggins, he's the more like crazy one. He
Yeah.
does a lot of crazy stuff.
Practically insane.
Both those guys are like my main two, I would say.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? I
For
heard you're into
me,
some of these like new
I
guys.
I think it really depends on what I'm into. Like there's some, like games, like I like, every once in a while like a PewDiePie video can kind of be kind of funny. But really I've been into a lot of podcasts recently. I just found a new one, but I'm gonna start old and get new. My favorite podcast, Misfits podcast. I love them.
You've always
You
said.
know, they're my gang. On my on my Instagram I'm a misfit. I'm a misfit. Always have been. Always been kind of. I'm whack, bro. I'm whack. No.
Ah, you are whack. You're
I'm
not a
whack, bro.
top.
I know. What? Michael, don't say that on the podcast.
That's
Cut. Yeah. Yeah. But I like them a lot. They are all pretty much just gaming YouTubers that made a
Yeah.
podcast, made their own company and stuff like that, and it's super cool. They have their own podcast. Just peaked over 100 episodes, all really good. They do crazy stuff. One time, one of their best episodes, how they got drugged in Poland. Pretty good stuff all around. I just found a new podcast called the Gus and Eddie podcast. It's by basically like a skit channel. Gus Johnson, he's really funny, and one of his friends, Eddie, and they made their own podcast. It's really cool. They have a bunch of guests like Jax Films and Danny Gonzalez and Michael Reeves and stuff like that. Speaking of like Michael Reeves, he's been taking over the internet like recently. I don't know
haven't
if you
even
know
heard
who
of
this
these
is.
guys, I'm gonna be
So
honest
this
with
guy,
you.
there's this guy. He's a tech YouTuber. His name's Michael Reeves. He's like a comedy tech YouTuber. Basically, like this year he's been insane. Like his videos are averaging at around like usually 10 million views are averaging.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
So pretty substantial viewer count. He's getting a lot of attention. Maybe like not 7-8 million average views per video. He's doing really well for himself. But basically, he's like like one of his most popular videos that just came out is he made it like a surgery bot. You know what I mean? Like where that video where it's like they did surgery on a grape. Do you remember that? It's like an
Nope.
old meme. So yeah, so they had this robot do like surgery on a grape, like peel it and stuff. So he made like his own robot where like stabs the patient, stuff like that. He's just a pretty funny guy. Currently a member. I'm kind of more caught up on what's going on the internet, but he's currently a member of Offline TV, which are a bunch of Twitch streamers, have a house, Hype House. Do we want to talk about TikTok? Do we want to talk about this? The
I don't
thing
trust
that's
the
taking-
Chinese. Period. I
Just
don't
got
want
bought by my. It got bought
my
by
dad
my
is not good
I'm
stone
pretty
today.
sure. I'm
I
pretty sure it
mean,
got bought by my.
Some
Microsoft.
people say I know some people that do TikTok and
Yeah.
they're really into it and
Yeah.
they don't care. They praise the Chinese
seems
for
like
making
a
it.
lot-
They don't
yeah.
care that it's.
Well, I think
they're-
the American, everything was bought by Microsoft.
I mean, to be fair, those guys
I think
they're having their parents pay for all of it, so they
that
don't
is fair.
give a
That's fair.
crap.
I don't know. I think it's the meteoric rise of TikTok was insane. Took over the world. It's been controlling not just social media, but iTunes and stuff. Because the all the pop songs right now are all TikTok songs.
Yeah.
La 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 was Deathbed, all these super big, hundreds of millions of views on these videos from TikTok. So, Michael, I guess we gotta get a TikTok, blow up.
I'm not getting
Yeah.
TikTok. You're the social
yeah,
guy. You can.
yeah,
do that.
yeah, yeah, definitely,
So
yeah.
So we're about to wrap it up, but I want to talk about the podcast itself and how we're
Yeah.
going to be working.
It is the first episode.
It is the first.
Yeah. Is there anything in particular you want to talk about?
Something
have
I
some
want to
stuff,
talk about
but,
is
yeah.
we do have a 4-man setup.
Yep.
This is our first one, so we just wanted to do a quick
Yeah.
2v2,
For-
1v1.
Yeah.
And we have a 4-man setup, so
Yeah.
I think how we're going to do it is we're going to have like kind of a raffle system between the fans and pull out some names and see
Fans,
like
dude.
who
That's
who
gonna
wants
be
in and
really interesting. Yeah.
or if we have a certain topic and we
We'll fly
find
you
someone
out.
who's into that topic, we'll probably
Yeah.
pull them on.
Yeah.
And I think we're just gonna rotate people.
Yeah, we have a bunch of friends that are interested
Yeah. I
on
know,
coming on
Yeah.
for the
it's-
clout, for the top podcast clout, for the clout. Yeah, but no, I think we're definitely gonna get people on here. I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
how frequently, maybe
I'm thinking
bi-weekly, like every other.
So
like,
how
I
I'm
don't
thinking
know.
we do this is we post on Fridays
Yep.
and we film on weekends.
Yeah.
we film on weekends and post the video on Friday. So
Yeah,
like
that's
we
good
have
because we get
video
a week
every
of editing and stuff like that.
So-
I like that. Yeah, because if you know, if you're listening to this, we released a package of 3 episodes of the podcast, our pilot episode and 2 other ones, which because we're recording this, we don't know what they are yet. But future us, future Aiden and Michael know what they are, and they are great. We'd highly recommend them. But no, they're probably gonna be better than this one. Honestly, it's our first go.
Yeah.
We have stories.
We'll
We
probably
have
have more people,
things
and
to
that's
tell.
only for iTunes. We're doing the 3-in-1, I believe. So
Yeah, I think I don't know. We'll see.
yeah,
We'll see. I think
how
we'll
it
talk
does
about it
better.
some more based on on this recording. But yeah, we might release all 3 just to start, or we might do weekly on. I don't know. We'll see.
I think we do Fridays and then film on the weekends,
Yeah.
depending on.
Yeah, I'm really excited for more to come. Okay, so yeah, I think that more is to come. Socials, everything we're on everything, and let's talk about Patreon for a sec, because this is gonna be kind of a thing. We're gonna get some people are bound to throw us a couple bucks, bound to throw us a couple
Yeah.
bucks, because we have some rewards. There's gonna be so we don't have a lot right now.
I'll be giving
Based on
a
recording.
loose leaf paper with my signature on.
Yeah, me too.
You're welcome.
Send it to our
Gosh.
$1,000. Yeah, no, but there's more rewards on the way. But we're kind of waiting for the channels and stuff to grow a little bit. And once that happens, we're gonna have merch, discounts probably on Patreon. Probably gonna have a bunch of stuff like I don't know. Discord's gonna come in soon. Probably private Discord maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm gonna have a Discord soon. Not yet though.
We just need mods.
Mods.
We need
yeah.
mods for the Discord. But no, I'm very excited for for this to go down. We're gonna have people, and I think this is gonna be an in-person podcast. I don't think we're gonna do like
I don't
Discord
think
or
so
whatever. I think
either.
this is gonna be
We're gonna
in-person.
do
I like the
in-persons.
vibe in person, and taking the necessary precautions to be safe, stuff like
Yep.
that. But we're gonna talk a little bit more. We have a little bit more time to fill. So let's just share some zany stories. I've been getting Zoom bombed, literally. I
Oh,
think
man.
every single day except today. Today
Except
was the
today,
first day.
They figured
Today
it out
was
how
the
to stop
first-
it.
Today was the first day I haven't gotten Zoom bombed.
I think the people that were Zoom bombing figured out that they're being caught,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, they're actually taking action. We need to.
Yeah,
we need to cool
people,
down.
they're taking legal action. Like it's
Yeah,
like you'll
it's
get
a
like
felony.
fines and it's a felony.
This guy who was over 18 actually Zoom bombed a 3rd grade, apparently.
Oh my god.
3rd
that's-
graders.
I don't
He was
get
saying
that.
really bad things, and he got a felony.
I don't get
because,
that. Honestly, what motivates people to go into a random third grader?
I'll be honest with you, it's probably fun. My brother did this to college classes
Oh god.
with his friend.
Of course he
He's
did.
having fun with it. Yeah, I think it's just a fun thing people do. It's
Yeah.
like trolling, right? You
Yeah.
have fun trolling
Trolling.
in video games. And that's when like COVID was like really heavy, so people didn't really know what to do.
Yeah.
I got Zoom bombed during some kid was giving a presentation. He was kind of
Oh,
shaky
God,
and nervous,
here
and
we
this
go.
guy just, went like, "Shut the f up!" Right?
Shut the
just
fuck
in the
up.
middle of
Yeah.
just in the middle, and everyone was dead silent, shocked,
That's
and
crazy.
we were all like,
That's
"Oh
crazy.
man!" And they just carried on. He didn't care.
Well, yeah, you got.
and
that's all
then
you gotta
and
do.
then a couple minutes later, after the presentation, the teacher's talking, and the guy's like, "Hey, can you guys hear me? Did you guys hear that?"
Yeah.
And then we're like, "Yeah, we can hear you."
Yeah, yeah, that's great.
And then his name was actually on the thing, so we
Oh,
knew exactly
no,
who he was.
No, no.
So then, yeah, that's it. We
Yeah.
after that we.
I've had a couple calls where I'd mute myself and I'd have to check I was muted before I said something like ridiculous. It's not like I don't swear at the Chromebook or whatever, but I'm usually like just go like you just say something really weird.
Dude, whenever I yawn, like I gotta make
Yeah.
sure everything's ready for.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to like. And just like the funniest thing, like I've seen those videos when people do like embarrassing things
Yeah.
off mute, like
Yeah.
some guy farted. The thing was posted on his face because you know how the thing switches,
Yeah.
so he's
Yeah.
just like, "Oh shit," on camera.
Yeah,
and then,
yeah. No,
And
I
then
get
some
that.
other person was having a conversation with their parents. Another
Oh,
person,
God.
their parents were fighting in the background,
No.
like literally
No, that's
fighting,
so
and the
bad.
little girl's like,
Yeah, mute. Yeah, no, I think
So there's just some
yeah,
funny things.
I haven't gotten like someone accidentally been like, what the, whatever. But I've had people like come in and start like saying horrendous stuff to my teachers, like absolutely.
Oh, like in the
oh my
chat?
God, no, like unmuted, just screaming at them, dude. Oh my God.
Wait, are they in your class?
No, like random people.
Oh,
random
this is a
people.
Zoom bomb,
Yeah, this
okay.
is a Zoom bomb. No, just a random. Random person. But yeah, I don't know, some weird zany stuff's going on, and yeah, I just wanted to give ourselves a shout out, pat ourselves on the back. First episode of the podcast done. We're so good at this, so good. Hibernating 41 years, but back on the grind. Just wanted to go back over that, socials, whatever. Patreon coming soon, Instagram, Top Podcast, everything Top Podcast, and we'll see you guys later in the next episode of the Top Podcast.